I don't, sorry. Hey guys, editing Sayho here. I hate when people do that, but it is what it is, and now I understand why people do it. I just want to pop in and say I am not a dietitian. I am not a nutrition expert of any sort. I think I've said that before, but in case you don't know what I'm about, I am literally just somebody who is, overweight and does their research, and over the years and years of digging into it and redoing this, this is what I have found. So hopefully it helps you. Hey guys, we're back in the car again. I'm sorry. I really am trying to move away from that, but whatever the but is, I'm here, I'm thinking about it. I'm driving to do a few errands because I don't have an idea of time frames of what I'm posting yet. But I don't know how long it's been since you got to see my video, which is probably the previous video to this one, to be completely honest, in this series. But my video about my open discussion about weight and where I got real personal about all those things. For the sake of the length of the video, there's quite a lot that I cut out because I actually have a couple hours of footage, and I might combine some of that in here. I'm not really sure. We all know how rambly I get, but something I didn't really talk about on there, but my sister was commenting on the video, and it really made me think maybe I do need to talk about it a little bit, is the whole you are not fat, you have fat. I understand that. I was trying to really drive home the fact that it is time to stop thinking in such a kid gloves kind of way about the situation, because the situation I am in, while is not life-threatening at this moment, could potentially be life-threatening and potentially soon. And I don't have like a percentage in front of me. I'm just talking about what I've read, is that the majority of cases come from people who are overweight, or elderly or otherwise immunocompromised. But people in my age group that have not cases but severe cases are people who are overweight. Okay, well, I am overweight. I'm not going to kid gloves it. I don't need somebody to tell me, no, honey, you're not fat. Whatever. Like, I know that I am. What I don't need is somebody to tell me
that it's okay, or like pussyfoot around it if I talk about it. I don't go around talking to people about it very much.
This is what I'm trying to say. I have lived my entire life not doing things because of my weight. That is not something an overweight person should do. That is not how an overweight person should dress. I don't deserve XYZ because of my weight. Like, I don't even like buying food at the grocery store if it is not like top tier, most healthy stuff that comes through the grocery store, because I feel like I'm being judged. Goes through the line and it's like, this person thinks that I'm like a fat cow because I'm getting this giant cup of soda, and they have no way of knowing if it's diet or not. When in reality, people really actually don't think about things like that. They might a little bit, but not really. And not like in 5 years, is that person gonna remember the day that I came through and bought, how big are those? 48-ounce cup of Diet Coke and soda, and I was so fat or whatever? Like, no. But what I'm trying to say is, there are so many things I didn't do with my life, including like when I was a dancer in college, because I was so stigmatized to the fact that I was overweight, and overweight people don't do that. Overweight people aren't flexible. Overweight people don't dress cute. Overweight people, whatever. I can't even think of an example right now, because every decision I've made in my life is that way, and I'm done thinking that way. So that's why I'm not subscribing to the whole you're not fat, you have fat. I can't think like that anymore. I have to have a drastic change, and I can't handle it with kid gloves anymore. I will never get anywhere. I won't. So that's that. I have to go inside. Maybe I'll talk at you later. Okay guys, what do you think about this setup? We're in a different spot in my office. I kind of like this because it's kind of a clean backdrop. I don't have to hide all the files on my desk, and we can still do a little filming. And it's kind of nice, right? The only problem is I think this chair might make some noise, so we'll deal with that when we get to it. But what I want to talk to you about today is the TDEE calculator, Total Daily Energy Expenditure Calculator. I thought what I would do is, since I'm filming on my phone, I'll screen record myself filling in the TDEE calculator information, and I'll put it in the side, and I can just give you a step-by-step explanation of how that works. So what we're going to do is go to your device. You can do this on a computer, a smartphone, a tablet, whatever. So just open up your browser. We're going to go to tdeecalculator.net. So you'll find, if you listen to very many other weight loss channels or anything like that, or even a lot of, I guess, dietitians and stuff will direct you to go to here because it is a free calculator for this. There are apps that you can use, but this is free, so, and it's easy. So I have my notebook here. I'm gonna open up a free page so that I can take any notes that I need to, so that I can build a plan. Because the thing is, you won't be able to save this information. You can email it to yourself, you could print it off, you could write it down. I like to write it down because I like everything in my notebook. I'm going to pick imperial instead of metric because I live in the United States. I'm using imperial system. So you'll select your gender, I'm female. You'll select your age, I'm 36. You'll select your weight, which is probably kilogram, stone, or pound. I don't know if it does stone, but kilograms or pounds. Today I was 226 pounds. And you put your height. I'm gonna pick moderate exercise 3 to 5 days a week, because at least every other day I do a workout routine that I've just restarted. I was going to the gym with my brother. That's not feasible right now, so I do a workout routine on the elliptical, and I'll show you, not me doing that workout, but I'll show you what that workout is. And then you get the option to put your body fat percentage in. I don't have a tool to do that. If you have a tool to do that, awesome, that makes this more accurate, but you don't need it. So you can just hit calculate, and then it's going to come up with a page that says your stats. Apparently this isn't really set up well for a tablet browser experience, so my stuff's kind of stacked on top of each other. But at the very top row, it's going to say everything you just entered. You're a 36-year-old female who is 226 pounds and 5 foot 5 inches with moderate exercise, and then the body fat. And then you can recalculate that if you said, oh gosh, I don't weigh 430 pounds or whatever, I meant to put the 1, you know, so whatever it is, you can recalculate if you need to. It will tell you, you left your body fat percentage field blank. A more accurate formula is used to estimate your TDEE when you know it. To learn your body fat percentage with calipers, click here. I don't do that. If you have access to calipers, if you want to get calipers, any of that, click the button, learn how to do it. That's beyond what I need. So in the next spot, it's going to say your maintenance calories. For me, it's 2,660 per day, 18,619 per week. And then it's going to say a bunch of stats: basal metabolic rate, sedentary, light exercise, moderate exercise, heavy exercise, and athlete. So if you wanted to know, just out of curiosity, because sometimes I guess low on purpose, like I'll say light exercise instead of moderate, the difference in calories that's listed there. So it will tell you your ideal weight, it will tell you your BMI score. And then what I'm looking at is the section that says macronutrients. So, and I believe that it explains it right at the bottom here. It sure does. This is such a good thing to know when you're trying to plan meals based on your nutrients and what you're getting. This is why this is very complicated, and I have a couple of blogs that I did last year about 1.5 years ago actually that really detail this, and I'll link them in the description. But it says there are 4 calories per gram of both protein and carbohydrates and 9 calories per gram of fats. So they give you 3 options: a moderate carb, a low carb, and a high carb plan. So if you're trying to hit something like the 2,660 calories per day on a low carb plan, so then you see that 133 grams of carbs is what's recommended. And what's 133 times 4? 532. So 532 of my 2,660 calories is coming from carbohydrates alone. So it's so simple. That is literally all there is to it. And so then what I do is I pick whatever carb-based diet I want and write those numbers down. And then you can also, that's on maintenance. There's tabs you can click on cutting. You can click on bulking. You might think that sounds kind of silly, but bodybuilders use this too to plan their food. Bodybuilders want to bulk. So, you can pick any of those options, and then you get like a map for what you need to do. So then the next thing you need to do is decide, are we maintaining the weight we're sitting at? Are we losing weight or are we gaining weight? I'm trying to lose weight. And if you click on the cutting tab, you will see that it says these macronutrient values reflect your cutting calories at 2,160 calories per day, which is a 500 calorie day per deficit from your maintenance of 2,660 calories per day. So what that means is you're cutting 500 calories a day out of your maintenance, so you can drop by 500 calories a day. You really aren't doing yourself any favors going less than that. It's tempting to at the beginning, but here's the other thing, and I kind of talk about it in some of those blogs that makes it a little more difficult to wrap your head around is it's really easy to fall into like some neuroticism when, I don't know if that's a word, when you're trying to figure out your diet. So I like to look at the numbers daily to kind of keep in check within, but I like to calculate those numbers all the way out to 7 days. And if you do the math on that, how many calories are in a pound? Do we know? The answer is 3,500. 3,500 divided by 500 is 7. So that's 7 days a week. You're cutting calories, 500 calories a day for 7 days a week. Theoretically, you are losing a pound a week. That's more than enough. It's not fast. That's not necessarily how weight loss always works. Your weight, there's a lot of factors when you start losing weight that differentiate that. We're going to talk in general terms here. So you're in that deficit of 500 calories less every single day, or 3,500 calories less every single week. So that way, say it was your friend's birthday, you weren't planning on like doing anything with them, but surprise, surprise, you guys went out and you grabbed some pizza, or she had a birthday cake and you really wanted a slice. So I think these are examples I actually brought up in that blog, but don't deny yourself, because in the long run, you're going to struggle with that. Just have the thing, factor it in, cut the calories later. If it's Monday when this happens, you've got the whole rest of the week to just cut a couple hundred calories a day more than you normally would, or 100 calories a day more than you normally would. And then you're not beating yourself up terribly for having a slice of cake with your friend on her birthday. Now, all things in moderation, right? And you have to have some self-control, right? It's all on you. This is just the beginning step. I just wanted to give a little guide on how to use that TDEE calculator, and so that you could see how easy it is and how it really gives you like a map to planning your meals. So then maybe I'll talk about in my next video how to plan those meals, but I also do talk about it in those blogs. Definitely read those blogs, and then we'll talk more about it. Put any questions you have in the comments below, please, and also put any questions about anything that might be confusing about food, or anything you want me to touch on, or something you think I may have skipped in this small chapter, and we'll talk about it the next time we are on the level up weight loss step, okay? Thank you so much for watching, And I hope that you enjoyed the new scenery, and I hope that the seat wasn't too loud. Like the video, comment, subscribe, share it with somebody who you think is struggling and would like to know this information. And I will see you on the next one. Bye forever. Mer.